Guys. So it's Tuesday morning, about 6:45 in the morning, I guess, and having my cup of coffee. Gotta go in, make my lunch and stuff like that, and then head to work. I'm gonna do something a little different today. Gonna bring you to work with me and show you some of the cool stuff that we're working on. So, yeah, stick around. Could be fun. All right, so the reason I chose today to bring you into work is yesterday I spent a good chunk of my day on something pretty cool. It's one of the replicas of a old aircraft belly tank, and the guy is kind of doing his version of a dry lakes racer. So what they did was they took these back in the war they added these extra belly tanks to some of their aircraft so they'd have longer range. And after the war, well, they didn't have any use for these big tanks, so they were all over the place. You pick them up for next to nothing, and they're super aerodynamic. I mean, they're part of an airplane. So naturally, guys stuffed V8 engines in them on chassis and took them out to either El Mirage or Bonneville Salt Flats, and went for various speed records. So this guy's decided to put one together, this customer, and apparently his chassis got a 354 Hemi in it, and this thing, I don't know, man. I don't think it would actually be safe to run, but it'll be pretty cool looking. So yeah, I'm about another 10 minutes away from work, and once I get there, I'm gonna have a ton of other shit to do. I know there was stuff going in the booth for primer and stuff last night, so I'm gonna have to prep all that stuff first. But when I do get back to the belly tank racer, I'll show you what it's all about. So we'll see you in a bit. All right, so here I am at work. As you can see, a little bit of a rural area. Here's a cattle farm across the street from the shop, but there's a fair amount of traffic on this road. So yeah, so anyway, here we go. Here's this the top half of the belly tank racer. It's gonna have the shark's teeth in the front here. So these are gonna sort of simulate the what would you call, I guess, the gills. So anyway, I've body worked this thing and it's pretty much ready for primer. Kind of molded everything in here so it's nice and round. Cleaned up all this here. So yeah, it's ready to go in the booth for a coat of primer and sealer. So yeah, should be pretty cool. Once all the graphics and everything are on, it's going kind of like a battleship gray or the Air Force gray, whatever. And like I said, the shark's teeth, and there's going to be some other lettering and numbers and all that kind of crap. It's going to simulate a dry lakes racer. So there we go. So because this is done, I'm going to be doing some silly doors. So anyhow, that's where we're at on this, and we'll see what else comes in over the course of the day. Yesterday there was a 53 International truck here, so that was kind of cool. But anyway, it's time to get to work. All right, so I finished up a couple of doors here. Just take a quick break, do a grand tour. So here's a different color truck we just finished. This was the first job I did here. And then we got a downdraft spray booth. Turn the lights on in there. There we go. So yeah, it's a good booth. It's a DeVilbiss downdraft booth, and it's nice. Works very well. There's a sitting back on the base of the belly tank. Now he gets forklift, to move stuff in and out. He does a lot of this industrial stuff too. Epoxy coatings and stuff like that. So, it's a pretty decent outfit. And mixing rooms over there. yeah, so little 4-post hoist, great for assembling stuff and oil spraying and all that kind of stuff. He does a lot of that kind of stuff too. So yeah, you know, if you're local, Sudbury area, you know, you need something done, give me let me know in messages, and we'll see if we can fix you up. All right, so here's a cool old patina truck, 53, I believe, International. It's cool, you know. Split rear window. I like it. Right on. I think we're giving this thing a coat of satin clear or something. He's been using linseed oil, but he has to keep doing it. So yeah, be a nice little job. Good looking truck. It's in really good shape, man. Jesus. Right on. Hey guys, how's it going? It's Wednesday, just after lunch. This morning, my boss, well, he was supposed to be gone at 6 a.m. this morning. We put together a car hauling trailer yesterday. Put the axles, or not new springs, but the springs were re-bushed, so we installed springs, axles, drums, all that stuff. So, because he's hauling a truck up to about 2 hours away from here, 2.5. So he'll be gone the rest of the day. He was supposed to leave at 6 a.m. He didn't get out of here till about 11. Just had a bunch of issues. Anyway, he's gone now. And I'm going to be doing a blend on this truck. And I'll show you what I mean by all of that. I've masked off this side. I've got the other side to do the door openings yet. It's all back masked. And if you don't know what back masking is, I'll show you right now. And yeah, we'll go from there. It's this is a tri-coat. So in other words, there's a base coat, a pearl, and then a clear. So 3 stages, tri-coat. I've got to finish masking the back, just covering it with paper. But basically it's just about ready to go. I've got to scuff everything, clean everything up and all that kind of stuff. So yeah, I'll show you back masking real quick and we'll get to it. Okay, so all back masking is just like the word says. Take your tape and you're going to slide it in the back of this flange here. There's a rubber covering this anyway, but then I just take a little tool like so. Make sure it's stuck on there. Bit of a tedious process, but it does for a nice clean job. And all you do after is you just cut your paper to length, stick it on this is the sticky side of the tape. I'm going to go with a shorter piece, it's a bit long. Yourself a wider area to work with. Just add a piece to the, so you're not fighting with it later. Just like so. Just keep going until you go all the way around. Why is this being so difficult? There we go. Anyway, I'm going to finish going all the way around here. Get the paper on. And both door openings. We'll be ready to shoot some stuff here. Before I actually shoot paint, I've got one little spot. I've got a spot prime. Basically, this whole job basically was just to clean up the rockers and the bottoms of the doors. There was a surface rust and whatever, no holes or anything. There was one dent right here. Somebody dropped something heavy on it. So did a quickie patch on there, fix up on that. And that's it. So get a little shot of spot prime on there once I get it masked off. Give it a chance to dry. It's yesterday we touched 100 degrees Fahrenheit, 39 degrees Celsius with the Humidex. And today's the same thing. So it's not going to take long to dry. It's almost 100 degrees. So yeah, I'm just going to carry on with masking. And when I come back, we'll do some shooting. All right, so I ran into all kinds of bullshit here. My gun setting was all wrong. When I spot primed the area, I ran it like crazy, so I had to put a heat lamp on it, let it dry. Anyway, this is the actual color, all right? And I know the lighting, you can't really see the difference, but that's just plain white primer up to about here, all the way around here. You know, just around the bottom hinge, about that height, all the way on both sides. So all we're going to do is we're just going to blend up past the primer, you know, just boom, boom. And same with the pillar here. You can see, I don't know if you can see the difference. That's the primer and there's the real paint. So we're just going to blend down and up to here. And yeah, and then we clear the whole thing. So I'm going to go ahead and get the gun. And when I turn on the booth, it's going to be pretty noisy, so bear with me. All right, so this side's the same thing, just up to about the bottom hinge. I'm going to do another coat like that, exactly the same thing, and then we're going to get the pearl out. Okay, so this is only one coat. Like I said, I came up to about here. On the second coat, I'm going to come up just a little bit further than I did with the first coat, just a touch. And you can see by the color that it's going to blend in pretty damn good. So anyway, yeah, I'm going to shoot the second coat. This is flashing off in a hurry because it's so friggin' hot. I'm soaked. Okay, so I've done the 2 coats of base coat. I'm ready to shoot the pearl. I'm just checking my coverage, make sure I've got everything covered, especially where I did my spot prime. Color seems to be blending in nicely. So I'll just carry on. Wish me luck. And here, this is where I showed you the difference between the primer and then the real paint color. So you can see it's all the same now pretty much, and there's no pearl on it yet. So with the pearl, I'm going to go just a little bit further again than I did with the second coat of base. And yeah, everything should just blend in nicely. All right, so this is the first coat of pearl. Okay, so now I'm going to go ahead and shoot the whole area that's unmasked with clear, 2 coats, and we should be good to go. All right, so there you go. She's clear coated, 2 coats. Like I said, we just painted up to about here. The rest is the original paint, just scuffed to clear. But it's all blended together. It all looks like it was one color. Even if it's off a shade, it won't show. So it's nice and shiny. Hope the boss likes it. He's pretty picky, man. So we'll see. But that looks good to me. I mean, they're just door jambs, really. And then you're going to seize the pillar. And it looks good. So, yeah, I think we're all right. So there you go. One truck done. Doors next, I guess. All right, so I pretty much sprayed that, locked her up, and went home. It was actually an hour later than I normally stay. And I'm having a nice cold beer because it's, what, 32 degrees Celsius. So with the humidity, it's probably pretty close to 100 again today. I think it's not quite as hot as yesterday, but it's 98 for sure. Very humid. So yeah, I had a lot of issues today. First, I didn't check the pressure on the primer gun, so it came out at 60 pounds and ran all over the place. So I had to heat it up with the heat lamp, dry it up, sand it out. A little bit of one of the small runs still shows. Whether I have to redo it, I don't know. It would be just the one jam. It's a back door, rear door area. And a rubber might cover it, actually. Other than that, everything went okay. You know, I should have went over the equipment with the boss before he left, because I didn't know which gun was which. He's got like 6 of them hanging there. I figured out which one was the clear gun. I'm not sure if I used the right gun for the paint, but it worked out, so I think I made a good guess. And you know, the cups that hold the paint, there's special lids for them. I was down to one lid, so I had to clean it. You know, I did the 2 coats of base. I had to clean the lid and use the same lid for the pearl, clean it again, and then use the same lid again for the for the clear. So it was a pain in the ass. But anyway, got the truck done, so we'll see what he says tomorrow. I think it's all right. You know, it's just a guy's old work truck, but still, you know, any vehicle, you got to treat it like it's your own. So, yeah, if you like the content, please subscribe. There'll be more cool stuff coming from the shop as well as from here. Like I said, there is a 55 Chevy coming in. The guy did bring some parts in for it today, interior stuff, bits and pieces. And it's the same guy that has that international truck, that old one that I shot a clip of. So yeah, he's got some cool stuff. And yeah, if you like the content, please subscribe, tell your buddies, tell your chums, help spread the word. Don't be shy, leave comments down below, and stay cool. And if you're not doing anything else, get out in the garage and build something, man. Later, guys.